Welcome back to Memoirs of a Van Lifer. This vlog is a little bit different as it gives some of the realities that I face on the road, and I kind of talk candidly about what's going on. And if you've been following my vlogs, about a month or so ago I shared that I was really kind of wanting to look for my own community, my own tribe, somewhere where I felt like I belong, somewhere I could connect, and I found it difficult because of COVID and restrictions. But unpacking that a little bit further, I recognized, and I've recognized this for a long time, that I've not fit into society. I've not felt like I could fit into a community for a very long time, for most of my life. The later years, it was much better and much easier, but the younger years, I felt like that for a long time. And looking back to, when I was about 15, I'd already gone to about 11 different schools. I had not finished year 9. I barely went in year 9. School-based learning wasn't for me, as it's not for a lot of people. I was already dealing with lots of trauma and trying to unpack or just deal with everyday life. I'd already developed a strong relationship, a close-knit relationship with drugs and alcohol. And I was pregnant before I was 16 with my amazing firstborn son, who I'm very proud of. And so, by 15, I'd already lived a pretty intense life. I'd lived on the streets, slept pretty rough in some pretty dangerous places. Then looking back, 10 years later, when I was about 25, I found a career in which I really loved, I was passionate about. But I guess that was difficult. I'd already developed mental health, anxiety and depression, and trying to fit into society, being a worker and doing all the things that workers do, communicating, and I still didn't feel like I fit in. I was still a black sheep. I felt like a black sheep. I felt like if people actually knew my life and my story, they actually knew all the things that I did in my life, then I would be viewed as poison, as tainted, like as this outcast, because that's how I felt. So, going about my daily life, it was uncomfortable every day. I lived in discomfort, but I pushed myself every single day in discomfort, being completely socially awkward, feeling socially awkward, and just sitting in the discomfort. Man, that's hectic. It's really, really hectic. And I pushed through. Then looking back to about when I was 35, maybe 10 years later, I'd already started developing my spiritual practice, using different tools to move through and shift some of the trauma. I never thought that in my life I'd be married, I'd have a mortgage, a beautiful family, a great job. I love my career, I love my job. And it was still difficult though. I still lived in discomfort, just constantly pushing myself. Almost 10 years later, at almost 45 years of age, I've looked back on my life and recognized it is what it is. And I don't carry around the shame and the guilt that I used to, this heavy burden. And I've come so far in my life, and I recognize that I wouldn't be living the life that I am right now if it wasn't for all of the pain and trauma and suffering and the joys and beautiful experiences that I've had in my life. The one thing that actually strikes me though is the amount of people I've spoken to over the years, clients, family, friends, community members, people from all walks of life, who don't feel like they have this self-worth. I know what that feels like, but so many other people as well. And it has always saddened me to see the pain that other people are dealing with, of lack of self-worth, confidence, feeling isolated, alienated, not feeling like they fit into a society, a community, or a tribe. Hence, this deep pain that I felt and other people have felt, I've decided I want to do something about it. I thought we could walk and you could check out some of the scenery while we went over the next part of the vlog. So hence why I'm building a community of my own. I'm launching today Patreon, which I've thought about for some time, and really reflecting over this past, I guess, month or so has really pushed me forward to do the things that I really feel that need to be done within society, to build a community where people can come together, where people can learn, nurture and grow together, and hence why I'm building Patreon. And there are some gorgeous trees around here. Look at these vines. Absolutely amazing. Patreon, if you're not familiar with Patreon, it is a platform where creators build a community, and for what I want to do, it works on a 4-tier system. It is an energy exchange. The first tier is $5 per month, and in that $5 per month subscription, you have exclusive access to posts and messages on Patreon. You also have access to a live meditation every single month. The second tier is $20 a month, and it is also offering the same thing, but the Red Room experience. The Red Room experience is the heart, is the hub, is the community space where I'm giving my 100% focus, devotion and attention. And within that session, 1 month live session, I'll be going over lots of different tools and practices, things like Tantra, emotional freedom technique, earth-based mindfulness, crystal therapies. The list will go on, and you will have the decision on what we work on for the month. This is the hub, people, the Red Room space. There are 2 other tiers which also include the same thing, but also a one-on-one experience. And it could be holistic counseling, it could be mentoring, it could be healing, depending on what it is that you actually want. This is where my heart will be for the next period of time, to build a community, a place where we can connect and belong together. If this resonates with you, if this is your vibe, this could be your tribe. If you have any questions, if you need any answers, let me know. Send me an email or message me, and I can do my best to answer them. But until then, go onto the page, have a look, check it out. I'm launching today, and the first meditation will start next week. So you have a week to decide. You can join later, but it will be best to start now. Have a look, check it out, and until next time, stay safe, stay present.